The new United Conservatives wasted absolutely no time getting to work by having their first official meeting on Monday and choosing former Wildrose and now new UCP MLA Nathan Cooper as interim leader. But Brian Jean also had a very busy day, coming from Edmonton to Airdrie, where he kicked off his leadership campaign by making it official. An emotional Jean gave a short speech promising to be fiscally conservative, reverse the carbon tax, and fix the healthcare and education systems. He advocated for school choice and also said he won't let the feds push Alberta around, and promised to promote a fair equalization system. All points that we've already heard from the former leader of the Wildrose before, so really nothing new there. Now, Jean's being criticized, including by me, over his comments that he made about far-right governments in the province, the Alberta Teachers Association, and not axing jobs in the public sector. Leadership candidates and MLAs are talking about reversing all of this NDP damage, but with so much public sector bloat, it's really hard to make a case for doing that without making some cuts. Remember, the healthcare system is the biggest line item in the Alberta budget, so I asked Jean about that.
Well, I actually didn't mention the fact, I don't believe you're there, in relation to attrition. We have about 10% of the public service that leaves every year as a result of attrition, either obviously retiring or moving. And I do believe that if we eliminate positions as people leave, and realign our resources and reallocate our resources, we're going to get back to a place where we can be in balanced books within a certain period of time, and wait for that. There's more to come on it in the coming short period of time. But attrition is a tremendous opportunity for us. One thing that we have to recognize is the public service is there to serve us, and if you take too many hits out of it and you cause too many negative feelings in the public service, the credibility and the confidence of the public service are diminished, and then they are not able to provide that great care that we need in our healthcare system or the great education that our children truly need. And what I believe we need to do is work together. All Albertans need to work together, and there are going to be some tough choices. But I'm hoping that with proper management and proper long-term vision, that we will get back to balance in a short period of time and be able to start paying off our debt as soon as possible, which is absolutely critical before interest rates rise.
So it looks like Jean is backtracking a little on those comments he made, which is probably a wise move. Although once politicians say stuff like this, it's hard for people to forget. Like I said, he was starting to sound like Redford and Notley for a few days there, and that's not a good look for any politician looking to gain support from the people of Alberta that are simply fed up with leftist nonsense. He's definitely going to have to set himself apart from other candidates, but taking a step to the left certainly isn't the way to do that. And he was asked about what he had to offer that other candidates don't.
You know, I hope this campaign stays very professional. I think it's important that we keep the Conservative movement together. I will say just about myself, I'm not going to compare myself to anybody, but you know, I've owned and operated more than a dozen businesses successfully in Alberta. I have been a litigator and lawyer for over 25 years here in Alberta. I was a parliamentary, I worked in our parliament in Ottawa for 10 years as well. I have a very diverse background. More than anything, I truly believe I'm a real Albertan that just wants to see our province back, and will work extremely hard with all of the talents I have to empower as many people as I can, including the cabinet, including the government, and including Albertans, to make our province much, much better. I believe that my real strength is empowering people to make things better.
Jean has an advantage in that he's positioned himself as a regular Albertan, a man of the people and for the people, and he's actually been handed some of the worst that Alberta has to offer when it comes to a mismanaged healthcare system and losing his son. He lost his home in the Fort Mac wildfires. He was actually named a hero of those fires, and he's beloved by many Albertans for it. He also helped piece a Wildrose party that was basically non-existent back together when so many of its MLAs crossed the floor just before the 2015 election. At this point, it's only Jean, former leader of the Progressive Conservatives Jason Kenney, and Calgary lawyer Doug Schweitzer in the race, who is pushing the same old lefty talking points about wage gaps, women's issues, and policies of the past, which means he's really not a conservative. So Jean's only real competition at this point is Kenney. And it looks like the former leader of the PCs will be making his leadership announcement on Saturday. So I'll definitely keep you updated on that. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks for watching. Have you had a chance to donate to our SpearKids.com campaign? We're trying to raise $1 million for the family of Christopher Spear, an American medic that was killed on the battlefield by convicted terrorist Omar Khadr, who Justin Trudeau just made a multi-millionaire with your money. Please visit today if you can help us out.